Hello student, welcome for today's session. In today's practical session, we are going to learn about effect of temperature on activity of salivary amylase. Professor MG in the Department of Pharmaceutical Chemistry welcomes to all of you for today's practical session. The learning objectives of today's practical session, very first of all to know the aim, different reagents used for the today's practical, principle, procedure, observation, result, and some YOO questions. So the aim of our today's practical is to study the effect of temperature on activity of salivary amylase in the hydrolysis of starch. So for this, we required following requirements. We required thoroughly washed dried test tube stands, beaker, glass rod, water bath, thermometer, etc. In chemicals, we required 1% starch solution, iodine solution, 5% sodium chloride solution, upper pH 6.8. Again, the preparations, 1% starch solution we have to dissolve 1 gram of starch soluble in suitable quantity of boiled distilled water. Make up the volume to quantity sufficient 100 ml. Next, 5% sodium chloride solution. We have to dissolve 5 gram of sodium chloride in suitable quantity of distilled water and make up the volume up to 100 ml. Iodine solution, we have to dissolve potassium iodide in about 20 to 30 ml distilled water. Then we have to add granulated iodine and heat gently with the constant mixing until iodine is dissolved. Dilute to 100 ml with distilled water. The principle of today's practical, that is the effect of temperature on salivary amylase activity. So very first of all, salivary amylase is the hydrolytic enzyme that breaks down many polysaccharide like starch, amyloid, dextrin and yields disaccharide molecules, that is maltose, isomaltose. It's break down starch into maltose and isomaltose. Amylase digests starch by catalyzing hydrolysis. Hydrolysis of starch yield polysaccharides of gradually diminishing molecular size. And ultimately acrodextrin and maltose is produced. An enzyme is a protein molecule that is biological catalyst. The activity of enzyme is strongly affected by the changes in pH and temperature. Each enzyme works best at certain pH and temperature. Its activity decreasing at values above and below that point due to the denaturation. For enzyme, denaturation can be defined as the loss of enough structure rendering the enzyme inactive. The effect of temperature on the salivary amylase is that it gets denatured and become inactive so that hydrolysis of starch occurs and further no achromic point is observed. When hydrolysis of starch tested with the iodine test. So due to the effect of temperature, salivary amylase get denatured and no hydrolysis of starch, no achromic point is observed. Now, the various stages of the hydrolysis of starch get hydrolyzed by the action of salivary amylase and produces various products gradually. Which one reaction with iodine gives various colors. So the starch as such with the iodine solution gives blue color. The further conversion of starch or hydrolysis of starch to the amylodextrin that will give violet color, which on further hydrolysis gives erythrodextrin, which gives red color with the iodine solution, and the next hydrolyzed product, that is acrodextrin and maltose, they do not give color or they shows achromic point with the iodine test. So now student, we are going to perform this practical. The procedure for this practical is we have to very first collect the saliva in beaker. We have to take 2 ml of saliva in a tube, boil it over the flame and cool. Now take 3 test tubes and mark them as a normal test and cold test tube. After this, to each tube take 5 ml of starch solution, add Take 5 ml of star solution, add 2 ml of buffer pH 6.8 and 1 ml of 5% sodium chloride solution. Mix this and incubate the mixture at 37 degree for 4 to 5 minutes. Take 0.5 ml of iodine solution in 10 to 12 tubes and place them in a test tube stand at room temperature. Keep ready 3 sets for normal test and cold saliva testing. The first step, now add 2 ml of saliva to the control tube. That is a normal saliva at room temperature contain reaction mixtures. Mix it well. Take a drop of mixture and add into the first test tube contain iodine solution. Repeat the same procedure after every 1 minute, each time adding the reaction mixture to the next tube contain iodine solutions placed in a row. Note the time taken to achieve the achromic point, no color with the iodine. Now step 2, add 2 ml of boiled saliva to the tube contain reaction mixture kept at 37 degree. Mix it well. Take a drop of mixture and add into the first test tube contain iodine solution. Repeat the same procedure after every 1 minute. Each time adding the reaction mixture to the next tube contain iodine solution placed in the row. Note the time taken to achieve achromic point. No color with the iodine is observed. But in case of this boiled saliva, there may be no achromic point is observed. Step 3. Now add 2 ml of cooled saliva temperature 8 to 10 degree to the tube contain reaction mixture kept at 37 degree. Mix it well. Take a drop of mixture and add into the first test tube contain iodine solution. Repeat the same procedure after every 1 minute. Each time adding the reaction mixture to the next tube contain iodine solution placed in the row. Note the time taken to achieve the achromic point.
Welcome for today's practical. Our aim of today's practical is to demonstrate effect of temperature on hydrolysis of starch by salivary amylase. So for this practical requirement is glassware. We require a test tube set, that is a dry test tube set, pipette, warm water bath, thermometer, test tube stand and holder. Also we require chemicals, 1% star solution, 5% sodium chloride solution, buffer solution pH 6.8, iodine solution and distilled water, etc. Now the principle of today's practical is salivary amylase is an alpha amylase enzyme that catalyzes the hydrolysis of alpha 1,4-glycoside. So salivary amylase is an alpha amylase enzyme that catalyzes the hydrolysis of alpha 1,4-glycoside linkage present in amylase and amylopectin, that is the two component of starch. Now hydrolysis of starch is polysaccharide which gradually diminishes the molecular size. Very first of all, starch is converted to amyloidestrin, then erythrodestrine and lastly to the acrodestrin. Now whenever we treat the starch solution with iodine, it will show a violet blue color. Okay, and the starch which is gradually converted to amyloidestrin, that shows a violet color with iodine solution, while erythrodestrine shows red color and acrodestine shows no color, that is iodine color remains as such. We are using a normal saliva solution, that is about room temperature 37 degree. The starch digestion of starch slowly starts and the achromic point is observed after 4 minutes. But whenever we are using a boiled saliva solution, what happens here? Whatever the salivary amylase is present, that is alpha amylase enzyme is present in the saliva, that get diminished, or the activity of salivary amylase get diminished and the hydrolysis of starch not takes place as such. Now we are going to actually perform the practical for effect of temperature on salivary amylase. So here again requirement for this practical, very first of all we required a starch solution 1%, 5% sodium chloride solution, iodine solution and buffer solution pH 6.8. Apart from the chemical requirement, we also require glassware. Here we require 3 sets of test tubes. Okay, this is for one is for the test tube set for the normal, then for the boiled saliva, and one is for the cooled saliva, that is temperature to be maintained up to the 8 to 10 degree. So these are the glassware requirements. Also we required pipettes and pipette and glass rods. Clean and dry test tubes. We have to keep a tip of tongue on the test tube mouth, and we have to collect the saliva. We have to dilute it 1:5. So this is the collection of saliva. Now we have to take this saliva in 3 different test tubes. In one test tube we have to incubate normally at the room temperature, that is about the 37 degree, while the second test tube containing saliva we have to put it in the ice bath so that we can maintain the temperature up to 8 to 10 degree, and another test tube containing saliva we have to maintain it up to a temperature 50 degree. So here we have to maintain the temperature near about 50 degree Celsius. So this way we have to take 3 samples of saliva for this practical. 5 ml of 1% starch solution in each 3 test tubes. Now we have to take 3 test tubes. First for the normal, second for boiled, and third one is for cooled. So we have to make 3 reaction mixtures in all these 3 test tubes. So very first of all we will transfer 5 ml of 1% starch solution in each test tubes. Mark as A. So transfer 5 ml of 1% starch solution. Okay. Step is addition of buffer solution PS 6.8. We have to take 2 ml of buffer solution to each test tube. We will transfer 2 ml of buffer solution. Last step is addition of 1 ml of 5% sodium chloride solution to all these 3 test tubes. And then thoroughly we have to set all these reaction mixtures. A, reaction mixture B, and reaction mixture C. Now we have to transfer a normal saliva to the reaction mixture A. That is, we have to transfer 2 ml of normal saliva to the reaction mixture A. Similarly, we have to transfer 2 ml of boiled saliva to the reaction mixture B, and a cooled saliva to the reaction mixture C. Now we will transfer 2 ml test tube marked as A. So this is first. Similarly, we will transfer a boiled saliva to the reaction mixture B, and a cooled saliva solution to the test tube C, which is a cooled reaction mixture. And we have to thoroughly check all these reaction mixtures. Now, very first of all, we will take normal saliva solution. A few drop of normal saliva solution to the set 1. Okay. We will take a normal saliva solution, a mixture of normal saliva solution, and at 0 minute we will add it to. Okay, here the color change, that means at 0 degree there is no digestion of starch. That is at 0 minute there is no digestion of starch, therefore there is color developed with the iodine solution. Now we will wait for 2 minutes. After 2 minutes we will repeat the procedure. There is again slight color change. There is we will repeat the procedure after 2 minutes for normal saliva solution. Now here no change in the color, that is achromic point is observed after 4 minutes saliva solution. We are taking the boiled saliva and initially we will add at 0 minute the first test tube and will observe color change. Yes. There is color change produced, that means color is shown positive. We will repeat again after 2 minutes. Again there is color change. 2 minutes.
ओके करते करते थांबा 1 2 3
2 minutes. Again there is no color change. There is again development of color is observed. Again we will wait for 2 minutes. After addition, again we will repeat the addition of this. Still there is no observation of achromic point as the color is developed. Now lastly again we will try to find out the achromic point, but still there is no observation of achromic point. That means in boiled test tube, boiled mixture, boiled saliva, there is deactivation of enzyme takes place and starch remain as such, and this starch when treated with iodine solution it produces the color. That means there is no change in the that means there is activity is lost by the enzyme because of boiling of this saliva. Okay, we have to check a cooled saliva with the iodine solutions. Yes, there is color change initially at 0 minutes. That means the enzyme activity is not shown. Again we will repeat the same procedure for this cooled saliva solution after 2 minutes. Again, after addition of 2 minutes, we have to observe the achromic point till there is change in the color of iodine. That means there is presence of starch. No enzyme activity is found. Again, after 2 minutes, we will repeat the procedure. Still there is slight change in the color of iodine solution. So there is no achromic point is shown. That means activity enzyme is not still there. Further, we will repeat the procedure after 2 minutes. There is slight little bit change. Again, we have to wait for 2 minutes. Now there is no change in the color of iodine solution, or very little slight change. Again, after 2 minutes, we will repeat the procedure. Now this time there is no change in the color, that is achromic point is observed. So near about 10 minutes the achromic point is observed in the cool saliva solution. So lastly, we can conclude that for the normal saliva the achromic point is observed near about after 4 minutes. There is no change in the color of iodine solutions because of the enzyme activities completely lost after few minutes. Now here in second set, where we have used a boiled saliva solution where enzyme activity is completely lost, because of this there is no achromic point developed in all the test tube series. So that is indicating that the saliva, whenever we are boiling the saliva, the alpha amylase activity get diminished, and thereby there is no hydrolysis of starch or digestion of starch takes place. And last set, where we have used a cooled saliva solutions where it takes too much time, and it is nearly observed that after 10 minutes there is a achromic point is developed. That means after cooling the saliva solution, it takes time to digest the starch solutions. So this is the conclusion, that we can conclude that here a normal saliva solution, the achromic point is developed after 4 minutes. In boiled saliva solution, the achromic point is developed after no achromic point is observed, while in the cooled saliva solution the achromic point is developed after 10 minutes. So this is the end result.
Now the observation of today's practical: amylase digest starch by catalyzing hydrolysis, yield polysaccharide of gradually diminishing molecular size and ultimately acrodextrin and maltose. The presence and absence of starch can be confirmed by the iodine test. In normal test tube, we found that starch gives blue color in the first test tube, and in the subsequent test tube the color gradually changes from blue to violet, red, and then no color. So thereafter, after 4 minutes, the achromic point is observed. While in boiled saliva, starch gives blue color in the first test tube, and in the subsequent test tube color remains same as the first tube. So no achromic point is observed because there is a deactivation of these salivary enzymes. That is, salivary amylase is deactivated, and starch remain as such in the boiled test tube, and therefore it will gives a blue color till the last test tubes. In cooled saliva, starch gives blue color in first test tube. In the subsequent test tubes, color changes gradually, but takes more time. So achromic point is observed after more time as compared to the normal saliva. So here the achromic point is prolonged. Time taken for the hydrolysis is more as compared to the normal saliva. The end result, salivary amylase present in the saliva catalyzes starch shows various color changes with iodine test. The time taken to achieve the achromic points for the normal saliva tube is about 4 minutes. The time taken to achieve the achromic point in cooled saliva tube is about 10 minutes, while no achromic point is observed in the boiled saliva tube. So this was about the result of today's practical. Now we will see some Viva questions. So very first of all, first question, what are the different factors affecting enzyme activity? So temperature, pH, concentration, these are the different factors which are affecting the enzyme activity. Name the enzyme present in saliva. Saliva contains salivary amylase. What is the effect of cooling on the salivary amylase? So due to the cooling of this salivary amylase enzyme, that takes more time for the hydrolysis of starch, and therefore the hydrolytic activity is prolonged. Which color is produced by the erythrodextrin? So erythrodextrin with iodine solution shows a red color. Which gland secretes salivary amylase? So salivary gland secretes salivary amylase. Write the principle involved in the study of effect of temperature on salivary amylase activity. So due to the effect of temperature, the salivary amylase enzyme present in saliva get denatured and activity is lost. So whenever it is treated with the iodine solution, the starch remains as such, and therefore it will show a blue color and no achromic point is observed. But if the temperature effect is not there, then the activities remain. Different MCQs. First, on boiling salivary amylase get activated, prolonged activity, denatured, none of the above. The correct option is here, denatured. Second MCQ, iodine test which with the starch shows which color? Red, violet, yellow, blue. So iodine test with starch shows blue color. Salivary amylase breaks starch in first, amylodextrin, acrodextrin, erythrodextrin, none of the above. So correct option is here, amylodextrin is the first hydrolytic product. Then it is subsequently converted to erythrodextrin and then acrodextrin. Now, salivary amylase breaks all except glucose, dextrin. Salivary amylase breaks all except glucose, dextrin, amylose, none of the above. Correct option is here, that is glucose. Next MCQ is amylodextrin with iodine solution produces which color? Red, blue, violet, none of the above. Correct option is here, that is violet color. So thank you very much.